You ever notice how sometimes the truth arrives in your life disguised as something small? So small, you almost ignore it? That's exactly what happened the day I found the postcard. At first glance, it looked harmless. A faded rectangle of cardstock wedged between two forgotten books. But the moment my fingers brushed its surface, I felt that strange tightening in my chest. The kind that whispers, you're about to discover something you can unlearn. And I was right, because the image printed on that postcard didn't show a place that exists in our world. It showed a reality where the seasons weren't born from nature, but engineered by machines, and something inside me whispered that whoever sent it wanted me to understand why. The machine that made winter cry. The picture on the front was mesmerizing. Towering pylons reaching into the sky, each crowned with circular engines spinning with impossible precision. Around them, snow drifted gently, but this snow didn't fall randomly. It spiraled in perfect patterns, as if choreographed. At the bottom of the card, written in small, trembling handwriting, was one sentence. When the machines fail, so do we. I didn't know it yet, but this message was only the beginning of what I'd uncover. In that alternate reality, centuries before our calendars would have reached the year 0. Back when people in our world were still marking time as antes de Cristo, something extraordinary happened. Humanity realized nature could no longer be trusted. Storms grew unpredictable, winters stretched into spring. Summers arrived too early or refused to arrive at all. And so, in that world, they built the season engines, massive atmospheric cyclers capable of regulating wind, sun, humidity, and temperature. 4 great machines. 4 colossal guardians. Each responsible for transforming the entire planet into a harmonious cycle of climate. But as I stared at that postcard, I couldn't shake the feeling that harmony always hides a cost. Spring. The engine of awakening. The back of the postcard described the first machine, the Spring Riser. It sat in a lush valley glowing with neon green hues. An entire ecosystem, reborn every year at the flip of a switch. The people there adored their predictable blooms, the way every flower opened exactly on the same morning. There's beauty in certainty, the note said. But another line, scribbled later in darker ink, added, or at least, that's what they told us. I paused while reading it. Funny how we, even in our world, crave order so much that we forget how alive unpredictability makes us feel. It reminded me of the last time I waited for something uncertain, how every minute felt electric. Sometimes the waiting is what makes life worth it. Then I turned the postcard over again. Summer, a light that never dies. The summer engine towered over an endless shoreline. Artificial suns orbited it in controlled cycles, ensuring daylight lasted just long enough to balance joy with safety. Tourists flocked to its radiant heat generated not by fusion or fire, but by quantum mirrors rotating around the core. But something about the illustration felt off. In the corner, by the artist's signature, there was a faint outline of a shadow. Something hunched beneath the machinery, as though hiding from a sun that wasn't truly a sun. A handwritten note circled it. The machines don't create seasons, they enforce them. Autumn, where beauty became a prison. Next came the fall conductor. Autumn leaves, perfectly red and golden, drifted through the air in symmetrical spirals. Every leaf identical, every branch losing foliage in exact synchronized rhythms. People walked beneath them smiling, unaware that the beauty above was the result of algorithmic decay, not nature. And then, almost like the writer anticipated the question forming in my mind, another message followed. If everything beautiful is controlled, is it still beautiful? The words hit harder than I expected. Like the postcard wasn't just showing another world. It was asking if ours was already heading there. Winter, the engine that should never have been built. The final image chilled me, literally. My fingertips tingled, as though frost crawled across the paper. The winter engine looked older than the others, rusted at the edges, as if carrying the burden of 1,000 storms. Its turbines twisted ice into the sky with eerie precision. A crack ran across the illustration, almost like the artist had tried to tear it out of the postcard. Underneath, in shaky handwriting. Winter was never meant to be controlled, but they tried, and the world nearly froze. I swallowed hard. The machine hadn't just malfunctioned. It had almost eliminated an entire generation. And suddenly, everything made sense. This postcard wasn't a souvenir, it was a warning. The truth behind the postcard. In that reality, the machines were created to save people from nature. But over time, the people forgot they were meant to work with the seasons, not rule over them. And when winter's machine collapsed, the world realized the danger of forcing harmony. The writer of the postcard ended with this final message. If your world still has weather born from the sky, cherish it. Machine-made perfection is just another kind of cage. I stared at the card for a long time after that. And maybe you felt this too, when something inside you tightens with the realization that the message wasn't meant for the past, but for you. The writer knew someone in another reality would find their warning. Maybe that someone is you, right now, listening to this story. Before you go, let me answer what you're probably thinking. Why me? Why should I care about a fictional postcard from another reality? Because stories, even the strange ones, even the impossible ones, often carry truths we ignore in our own lives. Because maybe you've been living in your own engine cycle, feeling like your emotions, your routines, your seasons are controlled by something outside yourself. And maybe this postcard is your reminder that life is supposed to feel unpredictable, messy, real. If this story made you think even a little, if it made you imagine a world beyond ours, if it made you feel something, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share this video with someone who needs a little wonder today. You help this world grow, one listener at a time. And trust me, you'll want to be here for the next postcard.